What is digital payment? Digital payment is a transaction that takes place via digital or online modes with no physical exchange of money involved. This means that both parties, the payer and the payee, use electronic mediums to exchange money. Different methods of digital payments: internet banking, mobile banking, UPI.
Hi, my name is Grishma K. Here I am going to talk about internet banking.
Internet banking. How to set up internet banking. When it comes to monitoring your bank accounts, internet banking is a great option. Since many new online only banks are popping up, understanding how to access your accounts online is an important tool. How to use internet banking. Open a bank account if you don't have one already. If you already have a bank account, you can skip this step. Set up your online account. Once you have an account with a bank, you will be able to go onto their website and enable online access to your accounts. You will need some kind of identification that is associated with your account, such as a social security number, federal ID number, driver's license number, birth date, and or account number. Set up your contact information. As part of the sign up process, you will likely be asked for your contact information. Match this to the information your bank already has on file. Log into internet banking. Opt out of paper statements. One great feature of online banking is the option for getting digital or electronic bank statements rather than the traditional paper statements. Use online bill pay. Many banks offer a free bill pay service through your online banking portal where you can pay utilities, rent, and other monthly charges. Many services now have the option to link your bank account for automatic payments, which you can then monitor through your online banking portal. Apply for lines of credit or loans through the online portal. Once you are a customer of a bank and have an account with them, you can often use the online banking portal to sign up for new accounts as well. Once you are logged in, all the information the bank has on file for you can be accessed. So, applying for new lines of credit, opening new accounts, or even applying for loans or mortgages can sometimes be done right from the comfort of your home. Transfer money between accounts. If you have multiple accounts with one bank, you can use your online banking portal to transfer money between those accounts. You can also send money to other people who have accounts at the same bank and even to people with accounts at partner banks.
Hi, my name is Rakshita A and I am going to talk about mobile banking and how to use mobile banking.
Introduction to mobile banking. What is mobile banking? Mobile banking refers to the use of a mobile device to carry out financial transactions. The service is provided by some financial institutions, especially banks. Currently, mobile banking become easier with the development of cellular mobile application. Clients are now able to check their balances, view their bank statement online, make transfers, and even carry out prepaid service purchases. How to use mobile banking. Step 1. Download the registration form from the official bank website. The form needs to be duly filled with all the required data. Step 2. The required data includes the correct name, residential address, account number, other bank details, phone number, etc. The form needs to be submitted to the nearest bank branch. Step 3. Alternatively, one can use the internet banking service. The Fishare Bank website has an option to log into the internet banking account. Log in into IOB Net Banking portal and then click on Edit Profile. Step 4. Click on Register Mobile Banking option. Step 5. Fill all the registration details like the account number, email ID, mobile number, mark mobile banking fund transfer facility to S and set the funds transfer PIN. After providing all the essential information, click on Submit. Step 6. Enter the OTP received on the registered mobile number and click on Submit. Step 7. After submission, account is created in mobile phone. By using mobile number or user ID or a customer ID, customer can log in and able to transfer fund.
In various modes of digital payment, one such mode is UPI. Let's see brief about UPI.
Hello, I am Rekha B. Here I am going to explain about UPI transactions.
Now, let us discuss what is UPI or Unified Payment Interface. UPI enables all bank account holders to send and receive money from their mobile phones with the virtual payments address without entering any additional bank account information. Unified Payment Interface is an instant real-time payment system developed by National Payments Corporation of India, facilitating interbank transactions. The interface is regulated by the Reserve Bank of India and works by instantly transferring funds between two bank accounts on a mobile platform. UPI is a system that powers multiple bank accounts into single mobile application, merging several banking features, seamless fund routing, and merchant payments into one hood. UPI is built over Immediate Payment Service (IMPS) for transferring funds. Being a digital payment system, it is available 24/7 and across public holidays. Unlike traditional mobile wallets, which takes a specified amount of money from users and stores it in its own accounts, UPI withdraws and deposits funds directly and the bank accounts whenever a transaction is requested. VPA or Virtual Payment Address is very important factor in UPI. So let's see what is VPA. A Virtual Payment Address or VPA is a unique identifier that helps UPI to track a person's account. It acts as an ID independent of your bank account number and other details. VPA is something like an email ID, which is given to an individual using the UPI service to send or receive money. With UPI, fund transfers can be initiated without IFSC code or bank account number. So, VPA is essentially the only piece of information required for all transactions. These are list of some UPI apps and their payment service providers. Now, let us see registration process of UPI. Let us assume a person named Ram has to make payments using UPI. To make UPI money transfer, Ram needs two basic things: a smartphone with UPI application and a bank account. Ram has to download the UPI app and get a UPI ID by registering on the app with his bank details. UPI ID is a virtual identity like an email address. It can be a name or a mobile number along with the name of your bank. For example, name at SBI or mobile number at SBI. Now you have to set MPIN to validate the transactions. Later, the registration is done.
Hello, my name is Shruti VS. Today I am going to explain about phishing and how to prevent it. First, let us see what is phishing. Phishing is a type of social engineering attack often used to steal user data, including login credential and credit card numbers. Types of phishing. First one is wishing, second one is smishing. Wishing is a type of phishing attack that is conducted by phone and often targets users of voice over IP services like Skype. Wishing scammer requests to call voice over IP account posing as an official institution. Victim gives access to account numbers, a password, and personal info. Wishing scammer tells the victim to follow direction to protect his and her account. Victim gives access to account numbers or credit card numbers. Smishing is a type of phishing attack conducted using SMS on cell phones. Smishing scammer sends a link to a victim telling he or she will be charged a daily service fee. Victim clicks through and provide their personal information. Smishing scammer sends an SMS to victim to verify a transfer of funds. For receiving the transfer, he or she gives a personal information. How to prevent these attacks? There are number of ways to protect. Never share confidential details. According to PhonePe, one should never share confidential details like a card number, expiry date, PIN, OTP, etc. Do not share your email ID as the bank or third party apps would already have your email ID in their record. Respond only to email from the official domain of the bank or third party app. Check for the spam warning. If you are receiving a payment request from unknown account, keep an eye on it. If you spot any suspicious account, make sure to report it to your bank and mark that account as a spam. Transact only with the trusted and certified online merchant. It is advisable to buy product from reputed online merchant and marketplaces only. Transaction on trusted e-commerce platform ensure the payment are safe. It is essential to read the privacy policy to ensure the financial data isn't being tampered. Keep track of all your SMS detail and other communication channel on transaction. Pay attention to receiving messages from the bank. Know the difference between password, PIN, and an OTP, and carefully examine the message to stay protected. Keep a note of all the messages from the bank. Conclusion. In the future, digital payments are going to be must, and so the change in habits of the people to accept the digital payment is also must. The cashless transaction is not only safer than a cash transaction but less time consuming. It also helps in a record of the all the transaction done. It has more than 100 crore active mobile connection and more than 22 crore smartphone users. This number is going to increase further with the faster internet speed. The reach of mobile network, internet, and electricity is also expanding digital payments to remote areas.